Good afternoon and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad. Evening-ish, 5:30. And today we're going to be doing the third Salt Hexagon project. This is a barrel-aged Baltic Porter Starward Whiskey Edition. If you watch the first two, you'll know that it's my birthday, so special cans, special editions. This is the third out of 6. I'm going to do them all tonight, or try to. The last review I did was the Barley Wine Starward Whiskey Edition. This is a 12.3% Baltic Porter. All that is on the front. Quick bit of guff, I shall read. It says, Starward Whiskey, a Melbourne-based distillery, matures whiskey made from Australian barley and craft breweries' yeast in Australian red wine barrels. The barrels are used to age this beer and impart the signature fruity flavour of red berries, orchid flowers, vanilla, caramel, and soft oak spice. There's all that right there. Like I said, 12%. Says that there, 12.3. Sorry. If you've not watched the other two videos, like the past two, the can, everywhere that's gold all over, is raised on the black, and it feels really nice in the hand. It's comfortable, and it's just a nice texture, sort of good for attention to detail. But yeah, with all that said, let's crack it open and see what we've got. So I found the previous two, both very nice. I gave them both a 9, I believe. If you've not watched, just go watch and double check, but I believe they were a 9. I shall leave that there, pour the rest in a second. And there it is. Got ourselves a pitch black, no light getting through that at all, beer. Head is focus camera. There it is. Very tanned, compact head, but it's going away very, very quickly. It looks gorgeous. The past two have been very nice, so hopefully this one matches up to them. But with that said, let's get a smell and see what we get. There's a lot of red wine, that fruity, fermented smell that you get with red wine. Yeah, I've been told it smells like vinegar, but it's the fermented grapes. Yeah, it's a really fruity smell. There's a bit of whiskey. Again, like on the previous video, the Hexagon number 2. I'm not a whiskey drinker. I've had probably 1 or 2 glasses ever, so I don't really know what whiskey is like properly, but I know what red wine's like because I love it. But it's fruity red wine, and then there's other stuff which I'm assuming is the whiskey. There's also this woody, oaky smell. It's probably the barrel that it was aged in, but that smells, just from that alone, gorgeous. Let's get a mouthful for the body and carb. Carbonation is practically non-existent. There's a tiny bit, but besides that, it's not in your face. It's not overpowering or anything. It's just a tiny bit to remind you that it's there. That body is lovely, medium, going towards heavy. It's just over medium, what you consider a medium-bodied beer, but it's just not reaching that heavy. But it's still, it's thicker than the past two. Sorry, I inhaled that. It's thicker than the past two Hexagon projects, which is nice, and that's the only problem I found with the last two. They weren't thick enough or full-bodied enough for me, because they're both, well, one's a porter, one was a barley wine. I couldn't find them. They were really light bodied and I just couldn't get that. This is really, body wise, a lot better. Let's get a big taste. Cheers. If you leave that going around your mouth to try and get as much as you can taste wise, I'm getting predominantly whiskey barrel flavors. It's smoky, oaky smoke stuff. Whiskey. There's a tiny bit of red wine. There's a lot less in the flavor than there is in the smell. The red wine taste, the fruitiness of it it's only just little notes of it. This is, like it says, a whiskey drink, and this tastes, pardon me, way better than it smells. If you're a whiskey drinker, you'll know exactly what I mean. You can smell it, you get all the red wine, but not much with whiskey. Pardon me, that's a lot coming up. But on the flavour, there is loads. You can just tell that it's whiskey. It's not even hidden. It's right there in your face. Whiskey flavours. Smoky oak. That smell when you burn wood and it's got that nice warm homey smell, that is there in the taste. And then just at the end there's that red wine fruity flavour, just notes of it. It's not a predominant flavour, it's just right at the end and then it goes away. It's a slightly dry finish, and that is brilliant. It really gets your brain going to what's in it and really think about what flavours are in it and what you taste and what you can smell. That is brilliant. That's a gorgeous beer. 12.3. You can get it a little bit on the throat, on the cheeks there, just a tiny bit. But besides that, I'd say that is beautifully hidden. That is just great. But because it's 12.3, it is one that I recommend you drink slowly. You pace yourself, take your time, all that stuff. This is not one to go down your throat and just drink it as fast as you can. This is one to enjoy. So, and with that, I'm gonna go away and enjoy it because it's gorgeous. So, Salt the Hexagon Project number 3, barrel aged Baltic Porter. Out of 10, I'm gonna tie it up with the rest as a 9. I think the only thing that let down for me is because I'm not a whiskey drinker. I'm not used to the whiskey flavors. If you're a whiskey drinker, this is definitely the drink for you. But I'm not a whiskey drinker. I'm a red wine. Well, say red. I like my beer, but I also like a glass of red wine, so I can. It's up there. It's way better. I think this is probably the best one so far out of 1 and 2. But I've still got 3 more to go tonight, so keep your eye out for them. Anyway, if you've had this beer, let me know. Let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't, all that usual stuff. If you've not had it, I'll leave the Salt website down in the description. But I don't think it's there. In fact, I know it's not there. So there's no point clicking on because you're not going to be able to get it. But if you want Salt stuff, it's there. It's you're more likely to find it in your local craft ale shop, really, because it's one of them ones. If you like the video, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that usual stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so. But stick around because the show must go on, etc., etc., so on and so forth. And I'll see you later. Bye.